listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shamaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shamaya Reed.
Welcome back to I Am Refocused Radio. Once again, we are here today, and we are here with another show lineup for y'all. Today, we have a special guest, Nelson McIlveen. He is the founder and CEO of Sentry H2O, a family-owned American company based in Arizona. He is going to share with us his amazing story. He has, over 25 years of experience in other things like manufacturing and injection molding, but he has transitioned to water treatment because of personal experience. He's going to share with us what happened with the poor water quality that he had to endure, and it also causes serious health scare. He's going to share with us not just about his amazing business that you can go check out. The website is SentryH2O.com. He's going to tell us all about the original story. So first and foremost, Nelson, thank you for clearing your calendar and talking to us this day. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate the moment.
Well, I appreciate you being here. Let's start with what inspired you to transition from your previous career and going towards finding Sentry H2O.
Well, Sentry is a product line of our company, okay? So we're an injection molder. And back 20-some years ago, we made all the plastic for reverse osmosis water products, okay? So we've been in the water business at an arm's length for well over 22 years. And we also make components for Boeing, Airbus, Homeland Security, AT&T, Verizon, these kind of companies, Fortune 100 companies. And what we've seen in the water world was basically everything that you're being told is quality water is basically not good water for you. And water controls your entire wellness. Without water, you got nothing. You can't live more than 3 days, right? So we do a product called CT resin, and the CT resin controls the oxygen in water. It creates oxygen levels around scale. And what we are doing is we are managing people like Kohler Industries, the Kraft cheeses of the world, these kind of companies for their scale, because we have scale in water lines, the machines don't work. Well, going back a few years now, I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, hey, your PSA levels are climbing. And for guys, that's a bad word. You don't want them to climb, right? I'm at 1.6, and now I'm at 4. You don't want that. So then I went and had the ultrasound done, and I had a growth. Then I went to a specialist, and he says, well, we're going to have to do, we're going to have to cut it out and that kind of thing. And I'm not really into that. I'm not kind of the pharma guy, right? I do natural things. I don't do medicine, basically. I'm too lazy, I guess. And I figured, they tell me that if you get oxygen and into your gut, oxygen and cancer can't live in the same place. So we create this oxygen in water. Water comes with oxygen, but when you see ours, it's like giant oxygen bubbles. I mean, you can literally see it. It looks gray. The glass does. So we went home, created the system, put it in a home. Within 4 weeks, 6 weeks, I had to go back to the doctor. Drank the water for about 4 weeks. Went back to the doctor, and out of his mouth, he says, what did you do? And I said, what are you talking about? He goes, your cancer's gone. Okay, so your PSA levels went back down to 1.7, and the growth is gone. So for me, my assumption was the oxygen created and got rid of this problem, okay? That's all I knew at the time. So we got connected with some good chemists, and we bring all our materials in from Germany, the resins, all the different carbons that we make this product out of. And we turned around, and my son, he went to school to be a chemist, which is, thank goodness he did, because he's a chemist in the family. And we started putting together a brew, we call it a brew, right, of different carbons and different minerals. And we came up with a product that you can put underneath your sink in 30 minutes. There's a video, simple, takes 2 tools. an open-end wrench, and a pair of pliers. Put this in your house, 30 minutes. How would you like to have alkaline water on demand? You turn your cold side of your faucet on, out comes alkaline water. Okay? We raise the alkalinity by 1.5 points. From wherever it is, we raise it 1.5. Anything over 8.5 will destroy the acid that creates cancer. Kind of a cool thing. And it doesn't go away in 7 days like the stuff you buy from the store. This is real deal stuff. It lasts like that forever. So the water we give you has heavy oxygen in it. You can see it. You'll put a glass down, it'll be foggy, and then it'll go crystal clear as the oxygen bubbles settle. Oxygen is good for getting into your gut, keeping you balanced. We take the calcium and we break it into the minerals, the magnesium and calcium. Okay, so we enhance that, and that in turn makes you sleep well, no leg cramps, no feet cramps, and makes your digestive system happy. You need that to kind of control your inside, your body needs that, right? Well, here's something that most people don't realize. If you don't have minerals in the water, your body won't accept the water. So you drink a bottle of water, you got nothing. That's a reverse osmosis water. That's dead water, they tell you, right? You got nothing. So now what we're giving you is water that has magnesium, calcium in it, alkaline, heavy oxygen. What does that add up to? Hydrogenated water. That's the buzzword, right? But here's what we take out. We'll take out fluoride. We'll take out arsenic, chromium-6, chloramines, vinyl chloride. Remember the vinyl chloride dump in East Palestine, Ohio a few years back? We went in there and cleaned it up. We took the vinyl chloride out down to 0. Not 5 parts per million that the federal government was doing. We take it to 0, okay? We have special carbon designed just for that. And then we do all pharmaceutical VOCs. We take out vaccines, we take out nanoplastic, and we take out PFAs. Those are the items that matter, okay? Now, that's just for your health. Animals, when they smell this water, they drink it all day long. Their noses know what's in the water. Dogs, we're seeing dogs last quite a few years longer because they're healthy. Their innards are healthy. So that's a big deal. We have a house system. How would you like your hot water tank to last longer? I mean, that's a big expense, right? We go in there, and if you have a tank that has been around a few years, we actually clean the scale out of the tank over 6 months. Gone. Your washing machine, how would you like your washing machine not to smell of mold and fungus? We clean it out. Dishwasher, spot-free. You're bathing now in oxygenated, poison-free water, toxin-free water. You take in up to a pint of water when you take a shower. That's a big deal. So now you're getting healthy from the outside in and the inside out. Okay? So those are the things that we do with our product. We have other products that you can drink. You can drink mud because we take all the parasites and the bacteria out of the water. So we have cups that you can take to Mexico and drink the water and not get sick. Unheard of. Okay? And we have the same product that you can put underneath your sink called a TriGuard. And that product, if the water goes wonky, let's say they add too much chlorine, let's say they don't add any chlorine, it takes out all the bad bacteria, all the bad parasites out of the water. And we have that, and that's a product that we put on the market. And all these items are very reasonably priced, and that's the part that we're excited about.
Once again, let's on Refocus Radio, watching us online, talking to our guest today, Nelson McIlveen. He's the founder and CEO of Sentry H2O. My last question for you is, there's a lot of competition out there. Many water filters claim to be effective, but fall short in real-world testing.
Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say, what independent lab results help put you and your brand apart from the others?
Okay, so when's the last time you heard a company say, we can give you alkaline water from your tap? I haven't heard one. What company tells you that they enhance the oxygen and you can actually see it? I haven't seen one of those either. What company out there tells you that they give you magnesium and calcium in water? So that's what we tell you we do, okay? So we just take the water that we're given and we enhance it. we have EPA testing. Okay, so we don't test with NSF. We go to the guys that are supposed to be scrutinizing everything about our lifestyle, right? And our tests are done through them. So they give us back and tell us what we're doing, right or wrong. And that's the level that we test at. And those guys they're not a pay-to-play company. When you do EPA testing or FDA testing, they will scrutinize you, you will pay them, and they don't care. Basically, if it's no good, it's no good. And we have all the certs to back that claim up. So there are a million different companies on the market that do many great things, they say, about water, okay? But at the end of the day, what we see the water as a source to keep yourself healthy. And we have many testimonials on that fact alone, that this water has stepped up and done miraculous things. I've been in the water business for over 20 years, and I haven't seen one reverse osmosis system take my cancer away. That's me. I can tell you stories of many people with many different kinds of cancer, many different kinds of skin problems, acne, all the way down to psoriasis, to eczema, skin cancer. I can tell you all these stories. But at the end of the day, my story happened to me, and the only thing I did was I drank this water. Okay? Nothing else. And I seen something big happen. PSA levels changed. By the way, when you drink our water, unless you're a man that gets up and goes to the bathroom at night, many of us do, not on our water. When you drink our water, it shrinks your prostate. You quit going to the bathroom at night. And all these things happen pretty quickly in your body. Your body doesn't take months. It takes days. And you'll see a difference in how your body performs with our water. That's what I can tell you. Now, I have not had, out of the thousands of units that we've sold, I've not had one person come back and say, what you said it doesn't do. Not one. So, the way we look at it is, you got nothing to lose when you're buying a little system for, $350. You put it underneath your sink, and that cost is pretty reasonable. And if you don't like it, call me. We'll talk about it. We're not about to put anything on the market that nobody's happy with. And I'll tell you, women over the age of 40 love this product. It makes her skin soft. It makes her hair soft. The oils in their hair stay in their hair. That's unheard of. How would you like to be getting hydrated instead of keep drinking water and not getting hydrated? When you drink water with minerals in it, you're getting hydrated. Okay? Now your body gets happy with the water, right? It gets satisfied. That's a big difference. When you get hydrated, what happens? The lines in your face start softening. You don't have those lines because you're not, how a prune, what happens to a prune when the juices come out? It gets all wrinkled. That's what they're banking on. They call that Botox. Drink this water, your face will get softer. Women just go nuts over this water. Their leg cramps, their hand cramps are gone. Gone. You sleep better because you're on magnesium, right? You're getting your daily doses of magnesium. You drink over 5 cups of our water, 8-ounce glasses, which is very easy to do because this water never fills you up like bottled water. You know how you drink bottled water, you get full? This stuff here, you don't get full. Your body absorbs the water and uses the water. Dogs, we have dogs in our dog rescue that are 17 years old. Big dogs. Huskies, 13. Unheard of. I mean, they usually last about 11. And that's what we see. And and our husky dances for the water every night. That's unheard of because back legs on dogs start, that's where they kind of go bad, right? And we see miraculous things. Horses can't get enough of this water. They got the nose. They can smell the poisons in the water. It ain't in the water. They'll drink it all day long. I need 2.5 gallons at a time. That's the worst about our water. They want to keep drinking it. They just don't take a few little drinks of it and moves away. They're there until it's almost gone. So what I'm saying is, you got nothing to lose. All you got is, it's going to make you healthier. And you need quality water. That's the problem. So if you go to the Sun Stadium here in Phoenix, they drink our water. They get it. They figured out the whole stadium's on it. All the ice cubes are being made on it, all that kind of stuff. So everybody who has knowledge in the water world, they do migrate to this water.
When you look from a perspective of business and operations as a family-owned, made in United States company based in Arizona, what are some of the challenges and advantages of not just scaling the brand, but creating that experience with your customers where they keep returning?
Well, customers will keep returning if you give them good customer service, right? So we have very good customer service. We talk to everybody. We want to know their problems. We want to address their problems. And if it's a product line problem, we address that. We fix it. And I'll be frank with you, we started this about 8 years ago, selling to friends and family, okay? And then about 4 years ago, we went international. Over the 4 years, we probably have upgraded the product 4 times. We got a problem? If it's more than 10%, we got to fix it. And being that we're a family-owned business, we can fix and move quickly, right? We can address problems faster than I'm out of the corporate world. I ran factories all over the world. That's where I came from. First alert smoke detectors, those kind of people, that level. Alcoa, aluminum, that level of factories. And being in a smaller company, we have 5 injection molding machines, 85 tons to 600 tons. And we have assembly equipment, and we are tool makers by trade. So we build and we're on it, right? I mean, you need an adjustment on something. We can do it because we have the mentality and we have the ability. So from that standpoint, and then having the kids involved, both my sons are involved. One's a chemist. One keeps the machines running. We have the ability, they have a vested interest. So that helps out a lot, right? It creates certain challenges when it comes to personalities, but when it comes to, because all personalities are different and everybody can be, they're invested in what they're doing and they're excited about what they're doing. So what they're doing matters. So from that standpoint, but here's the problem with upscaling a business in America. If you bring product in from anywhere else in the world, you got to deal with the logistics of moving product around the globe. We bring in, all of our resins come from Germany. My chemist is Deepak Chopra. He creates and we buy and we use, and then we take what he's made and make our own formulas to come up with our product, okay? And his products are, I believe, the best products in the world. There's no other carbon that removes vaccines, plastic, and PFAs that we know. Our carbon, most carbons are at 600 to 800 grains of density. Ours is at 2,800 grains of density. You see a level of engineering behind that. But with that being said, moving things around is always a concern. You got to order 18 weeks out, 20 weeks out. Nothing. So your pipeline is quite extensive. Your whip goes on forever. And being a small family-oriented company, that is always a concern, right? You're always running your dollars against dollars. And we're not a company that will go out and borrow money to do business. The product has to do the money end of it, right? So whatever you sold last month is what you can spend this month. And that's how we run our operation. Naturally, we do work with several Fortune 100 companies. So there is a 30-day, 15-day window there of being paid on product that you built the last month. So that helps level out a new product line. And I call this a new product line because we're still working on our brand, okay? And the brand is the hard part. So as we get this branding put behind us, you're going to see us in more places like the UFC. You're going to see us in places on television. You're going to see us on places like the big box stores. We're holding back on some of those because we want to make sure that we're financially as well as product-wise is in a good place to support that level of business, right? And we've taken this, and you made a good point. Water is a very overfilled space. So you got to be different, and you got to be special, and you have to have a niche market, and we feel we have that.
When you look at what you made earlier, you're not just in homes. Your systems is supporting missionaries as well, overseas. What has been some story or feedback that you've been able to receive having your applications go beyond the United States?
Oh my gosh. We have a filter that we can go into any country, let's say Africa. Okay. We can go into any borehole in Africa and drink the water and not be concerned about the parasites or the bacteria. That's unheard of. And we're not using chlorine and ammonia to get there. We have a paper element that does that. And this is the same filter that you can go to a mud puddle. You can go to the swamps of Louisiana and drink the water, because when it goes through this paper element, it captures all those parasites and bacteria. Wow. That's a game changer for anyone. Think about it. We can actually, and we're working on this, we can actually take the biggest problem Africa has is water. So what's happened in Africa? Well, they've gone in and they decided to mine in Africa. Africa, unfortunately, has diamonds, has raw minerals, has all these things that people want. So when they take these gold, when they take this product out of the ground, they leave arsenic, they leave all these other poisons to strip the minerals from the ground. We have the same problem in Arizona. We, with this filter, has the ability to control a lot of those issues. That's how big of a deal it is. And that's not our core product. That's a new product that we're getting behind that can actually go in and, let's say you live on the coast and you know how they get, a storm comes in and the water overflows the water treatment plant and they tell you to boil your water. Boiling water sounds good, but it does nothing for the water. It makes you feel good. This filter that we have in our TriGuard is this paper element that you don't have to worry about boiling your water because it will capture everything bad.
Once again, listen on Refocus Radio, watching us online, talking to our guest today, Nelson McIlveen. He is the founder and CEO of Sentry H2O. My last question, because, man, time is melting away on the hot stove. When you think about families, future 5-10 years from now, there's growing concerns about quality of water across the United States. What do you see or anticipate seeing demand of people wanting more quality water? How will your product be able to help people ease that worry?
Well, here's the thing. What we know is we've been told a certain kind of quality water is acceptable, right? Dead water. They call it reverse osmosis of dead water. We're going to give you water that's basically alive. And at a point of use, we put one of these in every home. The level and the quality of humans will go up substantially. It takes about 2 days of drinking our water and your body starts noticing a change. That's how big a deal it is. So in Arizona, we're drinking a thing called dark water. California dark water, Texas dark water, Colorado dark water. And that is water that they're taking out of the ground sooner than they should be. Because everything you put in your body, I get to drink it sooner or later. That's how it works. And our carbon at 2,800 grains of density has the ability to control the dark water. So you see, as water deteriorates in the next 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, we have the ability to keep up with that and fix it. That's how big of a deal this is. This is a product that is only got teeth. It's not old technology. It's technology is so new. And every year, every 6 months, we have new technology coming at us from our supplier. So we keep updating the product. It never stays the same. It's constantly being advanced because the water is constantly changing.
And with that, we have to let people know they have to go visit you. So if someone is watching this online or listen on the radio, what's the best way that they can keep in touch on all your updates?
go to Sentry with an S, H2O.com. You go to that, you'll see everything we're doing. We say everything we're working on, and they can. Bottom line is, they can get actually a product at a very reasonable price, and it's not going to be something that you're going to be like, whoa, this is way too expensive. We made it a cost point where everybody can test it and enjoy it. That was our goal.
Once again, been talking to Nelson McIlveen. Like always, want to say to you, thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.